Hey, you favorite ones, welcome back for another reading. I'm Kymmy, and this is my channel, Favorite Readings. And today, I just wanted to tune in and see what energies are here for us. As I was tuning in, there were sirens going off in the background, so some of you may have had to deal with an emergency in the last little bit here, or just an accident or an altercation of some sort. If you have been, I hope you are safe and doing well and recovering from whatever incident. It could have been that you let the pot run over, or a literal altercation with someone, or your cat got into something where it shouldn't have been, or any other type of pet. It is time to be wily. So let's pull a few oracle cards. Can we get a collective energy of like what's up for the collective here for timeless reading? Anyone who feels called to tune in, as this is a general reading. Do you have? We have 18. What the sunbeams have to show, as well as all is calm upon these shores. Number 29. So some of you could be 29 or 18, as well as the number 11 or 9 could be important for you. The master number of mirroring numbers you could be seeing a lot of with 1-1, as well as 9 being a completion of an event. And especially with the tower moment, yeah, something definitely came up, because this is reminding me of the original Weight Rider decks tower card with the lightning strikes the tower, and either there's one person who jumps and takes the leap of faith, and the other one's kind of like blindsided. And this one's definitely giving me the same kind of energy. I'm gonna read from the book after, and as well as I'm not taking any personal readings online at this time. When my schedule and everything else comes all together, I will be letting you know, and I will only have links below for you to contact me. Anyone who messages you soliciting for readings, it's a scam, and you'll give them your hard-earned money. Okay, back into it. It's fun that they gave the one with the ocean in it, because I picked out aquamarine for this reading, and I was waiting to feel called to bring it forth. Aquamarine symbolizes happiness, hope, and everlasting youth, and also in ancient times it was thought to protect those at sea. Some of you could be traveling by sea and get seasick and may want to bring this with you. Others, you could be feeling sick for the sea, like longing for the sea. Some of you may be homesick for the sea. Some of you may live inland away from the coast, or vice versa, and you're just really homesick right now. Some of you could be feeling really homesick for the sea, is something I'm getting really big. As well as everlasting youth. I feel like you're also sipping from the fountain of youth and creativity as deep as the ocean, and knowing that that yes, although great sailors are created by, dastardly seas, because, calm ocean makes for poor sailors. And I really feel like at this time you're turning in and you're retiring, fighting those harsh waves. You're going with the flow. You're dipping your toes back into the oceans of calm. You've decided, you're like, I know when, like a good sailor would, or anyone who's a lighthouse worker. You could be a light worker. But yeah, lighthouse workers, when they will notice by sight and just a tingle in the air when the energy's off and a certain type of storm's coming, and they know, and they let people know, don't go out sailing today, there's a big storm coming. And you know, great wisdom about you in the collective right now, and you're exercising that knowledge and using it to your advantage when taking in calculations of moving forward in what you're going to do next with this leap of faith. And as you delve deeper into your own psyche and spirituality, because I really feel like you're awakening your third eye to more creative outbursts. Yes, reaching for Mount Olympus. My kitty back there approves of this message. I do. Yes, you do. I love you. Thank you for blessing the messages. All right, let's read from the book. If I see if we have any other messages here. Some of you may be getting upgrades to your spiritual blueprint and expanding what was originally had set upon. Like when I forget which ocean it is, and I'm really, but there's one part of the ocean, I think it's the Great Current line, where you can literally see the water be one shade and the other one like murky warm and the other one's really cold, and you can see the division. The universe wants you to know that that's how you need, that's how they view the 5D and the 3D split. Not that it will completely bring you to a new universe or starting a new part of your life, and not feeling so much like a hypocrite because you're like, I'm not like that anymore, and now I'm going to teach them. Yes, because you are a great teacher, because you experience that. You have the tools and the experience to share that wisdom because you do understand what they're going through and you do know what it takes to get out of it, and you know it's not that easy. Just like with that ocean being split and like your higher self and more currents flowing deeper, and you know, instead of being a hothead and short-tempered, you're learning to respond instead of reacting on a thin hair trigger line, and you're really learning how to find the calmness within yourself and really bringing peace to your home, your soul's home, which is your body and your mind. Yeah, firing off all the electrons in your brain. So you could be using frequencies, hertz, or light language, as well as just like listening to songs that bring you joy and really like let those, all the neurons fire off at the same time, because music is the only time where all of the parts of the brain light up at once. It's really cool. When I was learning that in the course I took, how music can change your life, and in music therapy, it's indicated that all of the parts of the brains light up, and so when doing only certain tasks, it will only have one light up. And I feel like you're regaining your voice no matter how you have to get it out, because it's bringing up the example in the course where one person had a stroke, and they lost their ability to speak, but they were still able to sing. And I just find that so empowering to know that if you have a story that's meant to get out there, there's nothing stopping it. And I feel like that's what the universe wants you to know, is that if you have a story to get out there and it's meant to get out there, no matter who the naysayers or evil eyes or obstacles to come your way will ever overcome the love and the grace and the honor it is to know your story, because everyone deserves to have their story be told. Yeah, even sad ones. It reminds me of when I was younger. I used to watch Old Yeller over and over again, and I'd cry every time. And my mom's like, "Why do you watch it? It makes you so upset." And I was like, even though it's sad and people may not like it and make them uncomfortable, his story still deserved to be told. That dog was a hero. And I think that's something you need to hear, is that you are your own hero. You are a hero. And it might make people uncomfortable or sad to hear it, but doesn't mean that you should shy away from letting it be known. And I think that's where the sunbeam has to show, because once you start crickling and firing off, and those neurons of feeling safe and calm, because you're able to feel safe to tell your story, and getting it out there will help you process it, and also for you to feel seen and heard. Like you'll like lightning and all these eyes, you are going to be seen and heard. If you're afraid that you might fade into the background like these images here, that's not meant for you. Collective here, you know who I'm talking to, and you know it, and I know you believe in that too. Yeah, the trumpet going off here, it looks kind of like the trumpet, Archangel Gabriel, or messenger gods as well. There's a bunch of other types that you may hail to or find cool, or just a mentor that you really inspired by or learning from at this time. It could be a partner, whether that's friendship, business partner, or intimate partner. I feel like a partnership has grown and helped both of you, if not a whole community, help grow from each other and expand and fire off and send out into the universe. It's like this one person showed their story and they're like, yo, I totally relate to that, and all of a sudden everyone else is like, oh, wow, it's safe to share. Is it safe to share now? And you're like, yeah, it is safe to share now. And you're showing people that it's safe to be vulnerable. It's safe to come out of their shell. When I looked at it, when it came up, it kind of reminded me of Super Saiyan, especially Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan God. And I feel like you're not in your final form yet. You're just beginning to come out of your shell and moving into a bigger one, because you see that all that energy and new skills couldn't be contained. Some of you could be moving to a new home where you can have more room. Some of you could be opening a clinic so that you have more room to exercise your businesses, a platform and an extra platform. But yeah, you're not even in your final form yet. You're still developing. So let's read here from the book. Number 18. What sunbeams have to show, the essential meaning. Hold on. Move my leg and see if that helps you see it a bit better. There we go. Yes. Get a different angle on things. Some of you might be shining your light in a different, from a different angle than you did before. Like if you did spiritual healing, you're going into music, or you've done music but now you want to do producing. Just really dipping your toes in different streams of incomes. Gentle illumination on what things need, let's try that again. Some of you are trying again, and it really inspires others that you didn't give up and you went back to those gifts when you were ready to accept them, and not completely like giving up on that part of yourself. Gentle illumination on things needed in order to progress. Truth revealed when you are ready. Curiosity, a flicker of an important idea. You know, sparks going off. There are times in life when you get momentary glimpses of possibilities, and you know that if you don't act on them right away, they'll disappear like fireflies in the night. Yet, like soft sunbeams flickering on the surface of still water, the awareness of those possibilities is nonetheless soothing and comforting. They serve to remind you of the magic of the neutral world, of the neutral world. Some of you could be working on your pH levels or eating more neutral based if you're eating too acidic or too basic and alkalines. You know, all those stuff. You know what you'd be doing. If you're eating too much spicy food, give yourself a break. They serve to remind you of the magic of the natural world and also the impermanence of things. They come to capture your attention. Something is flickering in your awareness now. There are some things, some niggling thoughts, some intuitive tingling calling for your attention. Don't discard it or deny it. This is a spark of inspiration asking for you to follow it into the greater radiance. Now it is time for exploration, for gaining clarity, as an important pathway to your destiny is being illuminated and celebrated. Ask to be shown and it will be done. Ask to be shown and it will be done. What the sunbeam has to show is your next step forward, never revealing the entire staircase, just one step at a time. However, the light and follow the light and trust in the divine. This is a brilliant way of the highest good. They're showing you the image of that staircase from Labyrinth where it was like going all over the place. So some of you may be overthinking and thinking, you know, this staircase is really messed up. I'm never going to be able to follow all of these steps and organize myself. And they just want you to slow down and take a breath and don't take everything for granted. You know, like what she says at the beginning, it's like, maybe I'm just taking this for granted. And also call upon your friends, because it said in the movie, if you shall ever need us. So remember to call upon your guides or your friends' support system. I know it's really hard to reach out, but if you're feeling like you need to, then do so. I implore you to do so. And if they're not, you're being supportive and maybe reevaluating, it is a time for that right now with Venus and Mercury retrograde on relationships and communications. So take that into account. 29. Yes, you could have been 29 when you started this adventure, or 2018 when you started this spiritual awakening and moving into being more calm and less in finding anger management and self-soothing. That could have been the year that your mental health and overall business could have got started. That could be confirmation from some of you, not all of you, but yeah, 2018 and being 29 could have been a really important time for you. Okay. Essential meaning: a calm and centered sense of self, radical acceptance, peaceful interactions with others, and releasing attachment. There are days when you know you've done all you can and surrender your attachments to the outcomes, trusting that things will turn out the way they will. You don't have anything to prove anymore. When you reach this moment, you experience a kind of satisfaction and accomplishment that may not even have anything concrete, anything really perceived success connected to it. I don't know if I read that the way I like it. I'm going to read it again. When you reach this moment, you experience a kind of satisfaction and accomplishment that may not even have anything concrete, anything perceived success connected to it. Okay, I don't know why that's not clicking for me, but moving on. You just know peace and serenity. This may be fleeting, but it does not matter how long you stay at peace. Once you know the feeling, you can always return to it. The love and fear cycle was one of the things I read online with 10-10-10 message from, I was saying with Archangel Gabriel earlier. Yeah,